Hey, everybody, welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm here at the Miserable Liberal, and Ron Placone is here with us. Hey, how are you?
Howdy, howdy. Pretty good.
So, I'm talking about, I was watching this on CNN. They had Janet Granholm. I don't know if you know, she's used to be the governor of Michigan, and now she's an establishment Democrat. She backed Hillary Clinton over Bernie. And she was on CNN. They're having a roundtable talk about, well, let's watch. I'll show you. Watch what Rick Santorum says. It's pretty interesting.
Senator Santorum, you were talking about the possibility of attracting these white working class voters before Donald Trump even was really even thinking about running for president. You wrote a book about it, in fact. Do you think that the Democrats can put them back in play?
Yeah, the problem with that is that the Democratic Party has become the party of Bernie Sanders. I mean, they are the progressives. That's who control. I mean,
so Rick Santorum is still living in 1980, and he thinks that scares people. So he lives in his own conservative bubble, and he thinks saying the word progressive scares independents or even Republicans anymore. It doesn't, because they know that the things that Bernie Sanders was for, they're for too. They're for getting money out of politics. They're against the crappy trade deals. So that you can't scare. They see that their health care is screwy. People understand that we're getting screwed. So you're not. 58% of people have positive view of Medicare in America. Low 40s for for Obamacare. So this again, this is him trying to say, look, Bernie Sanders. This is why the Democrats can't get white working people because of Bernie Sanders. No, Democrats couldn't get white working people because of the corporatists. Because of Hillary Clinton's history of screwing the working class. That would be their history.
You know, he said that the Democratic Party is the party of Bernie Sanders, and I'm about to say a sentence I never thought I would ever say before in my life. Man, I wish the world was more like the way Rick Santorum sees it. Never thought I'd say that in this lifetime.
Well,
Boy.
I also find it interesting that they even ask Rick Santorum's opinion.
Yeah, I know.
That the relevancy was Rick Perry not available, was John Boehner not available. It's just crazy that Santorum is here having any kind of point of view or perspective. He wasn't elected. For how long hasn't he been on office?
Oh, Rick Santorum?
Yes.
I know. So here's what he goes on.
say there is a substantive difference between Perez and Ellison. There's no substantive difference. I mean, it was a style difference.
There's no substance difference. Oh, really? That's why the corporate Democrats just went nuts and had to twist Tom Perez. They had to go recruit him. Do you know that? He didn't get into the DNC race until December 15th after it was clear Keith Ellison was the favorite and he was a progressive. And so the Democrats jump into we got to jump into action. We got to recruit a corporatist to defeat this. And we have to smear him, too. Call him all the names in the world. Say he's anti-Semitic. Say he's too close with Farrakhan. Bring up all that stuff. Because we got to defeat the progressive. That's what the Democrats did. Just so you know, that's what they did. Barack Obama's making personal phone calls to people to tell them how to vote, to tell them to vote for Tom Perez. If there's no substance difference, that's, again, 100% bullshit. And that's Rick Santorum trying to think that he can scare people away from Bernie Sanders by saying, this guy's a social, it doesn't work anymore.
Of connection difference. But on the philosophy, this is Bernie Sanders' party. And as striking as the Republican transformation under Trump is, it's even more striking, in my opinion, from a policy point of view, the transformation of the Democratic Party to be really the party of a Vermont socialist.
Well, he couldn't say to be really the party of the people. That's a striking transformation for the Democratic Party to go from the party that they are, the party of Wall Street, big pharma, military-industrial complex, and rich white suburbanites, to going to the party of working class. That's what I thought he was going to say. But now it's a party of Vermont socialists, which means what? A party of the people. That's what it would be if it was Bernie Sanders' party, but it's not Bernie Sanders' party. So he's wrong on both things. He's wrong on both things. That the policies, they're not the same. Tom Perez and Keith Ellison, really? Keith Ellison was for the TPP, was he? Keith Ellison's for more corporate lobbyist money at the DNC, really? Tom Perez backed Bernie Sanders, really? Oh, no, he didn't. Keith Ellison did. So, but there's no difference.
But then Keith Ellison volunteered to screw Bernie Sanders over, right? Oh, wait, no, that didn't happen.
Oh, that
either.
was Tom Perez. Tom
Yeah.
Perez, WikiLeaks revealed, said he wanted to put the knife in Bernie Sanders. So, but there's no difference.
Who has been out there on the far reaches of the Democratic Party, now is the central figure in their party. That to me is something that's really remarkable.
So he's either doing one or two things. The one thing, he's just getting it wrong, or two, he knows Bernie Sanders' power, and he sees how unpopular the Republicans are now that they have to govern, and people are holding them responsible for making their lives better, but they know that the Republican policies make regular people's life worse. They know this. This isn't a secret. Their whole fucking life is trying to come up with bullshit rhetoric to disguise what they're really doing. Right to work. It's called right to work. You don't have to pay union dues. You make less money and you have a shittier life because of it. But we don't talk about that. That's what I mean. We find rhetoric to sell bullshit policies that screw over working people and make them think it's for them. He knows that, I think it might be the latter, that he knows that Bernie Sanders is a real force. So he's trying to scare other Democrats away from him.
You're giving Rick Santorum that kind of credit?
Who knows? I mean, could he be that dumb?
Yes.
Okay.
He still thinks there's weapons of mass destruction in Iraq.
All right.
He has funerals for stillborn. He's
So
crazy.
he's just getting it wrong. Okay,
I would go with A. I
I'll
would
take
go with
that.
A.
You're probably right. I'm giving him way too much credit.
I'd say so. I don't know.
Okay,
but
no, you're
yeah.
probably right. So, well, watch what Jennifer Granholm says to him. So he's trying here. There he is, fear mongering. He's doing that thing that Democrats, that Hillary Clinton backers, the corporate Democrats said in the primary that Republicans would do to Bernie Sanders, calling him a socialist, scared everybody. He just did it. He just was on national TV and he did that thing. The Democrats are now the party of a Vermont socialist. Boo. Right? And now watch what Jennifer Granholm says. A Hillary supporter. Watch what she says.
But wait a second. Aren't you the person who was talking about making sure that trade is fair? I mean, haven't you been raising these same issues? You and I have both been raising these same issues. So Bernie Sanders has been raising those issues too. That economic core issue is a Democratic issue. You can brand it all you want, but you've been raising that issue too.
Well, if I've been raising an issue, it's not a core Democratic issue. Obviously, it's something I've been raising. And if you recall, the last president to put in tariffs was George W. Bush.
So there was Jennifer Granholm. There's the easy pushback. She did it. Boom. Just like that. It's like, what? That's the same stuff you've been talking about. What do you mean? Bernie Sanders is a populist. He's been talking about these same issues you're doing. Boom. She didn't hesitate. She knew exactly what she was going to say. And guess who had a lot more credibility in that exchange? Who do you think did? I think Jennifer. Let's see if there's more to this.
Who put in steel tariffs. So, no, this is
so
not...
you're in alignment with Bernie Sanders.
On the issue of trade, on the issue of trade, there is alignment, but...
Boom.
On the issue of economic trade, he's in alignment with a Vermont socialist. She just fucking nailed him.
Wow.
This guy who was fear-mongering. The socialist. You're in agreement with him on trade, though, right? Yeah, we're cool with the socialist on trade. Does that hurt my position? Does that make me look like a fucking idiot? A little bit. And Jennifer Granholm did it like nothing. She didn't have to do. It wasn't a Herculean task. She just did it because she has the facts on her side. That's why, and that's how Democrats would have defended Bernie Sanders in the general election. Right there, you're with him on trade, right? Okay, yeah, okay. You with that Vermont socialist? You're with him, right? Okay. And he's for single-payer healthcare, which is the most popular healthcare plan in the country, right? Yeah. You're against the most popular healthcare plan in the country? No, I mean, where I guess I'm with him on that too. And these corporate knuckleheads and the people who voted for Hillary in the primary, you fucking chumps, you guys who get everything wrong and backwards. This is how we would have defended Bernie Sanders, you wimps, you spineless morons. Like, boo, the Republicans are so powerful, they're going to say socialist, and then Bernie's going to lose, and then what will we be? This is how you win, because you're right. because you actually have policies that help people, and those are easy to defend. You know what's hard to defend? When you're having policies that screw over people in the name of your donors, so now you have to do mental gymnastics to pretend you're not killing them. You're literally killing them like the Republicans are when they're repealing the Obamacare. Now they have to do all this BS mental gymnastics. When you're doing the right thing, Jennifer Granholm didn't have it. Boom. Came right out of her. Effortless. And she nailed him. You heard him, right? Okay, I'm going to play it again just so you can hear it again.
Was George W. Bush, who put in steel tariffs. So, no, this is not...
So you're in alignment with Bernie Sanders,
on the issue of trade. On the issue of trade, there is alignment, but
I never mentioned that. And I hate that you keep bringing it up, because it really really reveals that I'm, a lightweight in the situation. And that's why Bernie gets 50,000 people to come hear him talk, and I can't even win my own seat back.
Yeah, CNN was dipping really far into the bench to bring him back.
No kidding, right?
It must be like, well, we've been called fake news for a while now. We really gotta dig deep now.
And there's Jennifer Granholm, establishment Democrat, has no trouble going to the mat for Bernie at all. You know why? Because it's easy to do, and you can beat Republicans with it. Oh, we can beat Republicans with the progressive agenda? Yeah, well, let's not do it then, because that would upset our corporate apple cart. Let's re-elect Tom Perez and get some nice friendly faces to represent our warmed over bullshit while we fuck over progressive agendas, ensuring that the income inequality will grow. Because we're the corporate Democrats. Not easy, not hard to do, not hard to defend a progressive agenda. Hey, the next live Jimmy Dore show is March 4th. That's a Saturday. Get your tickets right below. The next one after that is March 20th. The shows sell out really fast, so get your tickets right now. Links right there.